running the composition they've run the majority of the time. Yes, they ran double duelist, but that was only one game, you know, so they're very familiar with this composition with NiSMO on the KO, so they're going to feel comfortable coming into this, I imagine. As far as 00NATION goes, they've only played split twice in general, so I'm really curious about this pick.
Hold on here, Dustin's got a little bit of early aggression set over through mid. koalanoob getting the first, charging the dash, but not able to get away. And actually, that is not a bad trade at all for 00NATION. We get to a very early 3v3. The defense has to rotate over to try to help out at B.
At least they have B main anchored because of the position that eeiu has, so that gives them a little bit of an extra foothold to get back into the site once the spike goes down, as long as they can get this rotation through B heaven, which they do. NiSMO able to find xand right away.
xand has to get something up here, topside rafters. A couple of shots do come out, but not collect. Speaking of not collecting, everyone flashed up around the site. But
on B heaven, they're looking to play the A stack and B retake. BZN does come in, catches xander completely off guard, and eeiu as well caught sitting. johnqt likely able to nope, never mind.
No!
That is unfortunate.
Wow, BZN. That's first 3 kills, 3 headshots, no worries whatsoever. And now all of a sudden, 00NATION are on the hunt, looking to finish off these eliminations. But koalanoob spam from ramp side for 00NATION, just looking to connect to anybody up top. NiSMO gets one before dropping. Follow up from xander, good for the trade. One more on the close box, but xander snaps, gets the second headshot to land. Barton now the last one left. This will be a 1v4 for him. Spike down just to his left, but the problem is he's got just the Spectre and a lot of long-range gunfights in front of him. And Barton will back up for just a moment, trying to get a little bit of a reset with the stars being placed. If he could find a rifle, that would be exquisite for the effort. And yeah, he will be able to grab a Vandal while also simultaneously picking up the spike. Does he decide to cross back or commit forward? Looks like maybe a little bit of both, as he takes a couple of spam shots and will still play behind the box. First shots land, second not going to be there, as eeiu will clean.
Even koalanoob trying to play up close on main and get a little bit of something. He's going to get a little bit of a double-double, you know what I mean?
I know what you mean there, buddy. Got shion dropping down in towards site, though. koalanoob a bit stuck over towards B main. Help is on the way, as a knife will at least re-enter most of this M80 defense in towards B tower, but there was a barrier orb in their way. So shion will have some information that he's going to be contested. Still has a flash. Fragment will back him off the angle, and here comes M80 trying to get in towards the site. shion completely kept that bay, and that's his perfect breakdown with numbers for M80.
Yeah, and that was a much cleaner win for M80 as well. They're not going to have to do as much repurchasing here. koalanoob even has Blade Storm if they need to cycle a weapon over.
koalanoob, uncharacteristic misses. Now he's just stuck with a Bucky. BZN looking for the plant, but here comes M80. Pinstrike kill feed, shion deep, oh my god.
Positioning on the map right now on a good fake drone at B side, but NiSMO from Mail able to pick up on the back of artzin, and johnqt finds shion, and M80 seemingly has the read on all fronts, able to find everything that they were looking for. It might even wind up being a flawless unless Barton can come up with something here as he tries to creep up middle.
The utility play was just so good from 00NATION, but it immediately gets thwarted by a single shot by koalanoob. And yes, didn't quite see shion, but it should be a nice Nebula play. But no, Nebula only pulls one, and xander only gets the first, but koalanoob on the site does provide another elimination, and M80 look good defensively here.
Indeed they do. koalanoob's operator seems to be rattling off quite nicely here. He's already found 2, maybe finding a third. BZN actually trying to go for this right now. He drops the Viper's Pit. He does have Spike in his possession, but he's got little time, and the positioning is so good. And yeah, as you said, he's stuck. I am shocked he decided to pull the trigger on this Viper's Pit right now. This is a very huge dice roll from him.
Spam shots do connect. Down to 71 HP. Here comes the rest of the assistants. And yeah, eeiu gets it. Just Seekers are out defensive, looking for a retake. NiSMO shut down. BZN gets first. How about Barton? Able to follow up, and the shot's not clean for eeiu. So now koalanoob, johnqt, they're not fully committed into this retake, and they may have to hold off unless koalanoob can get to work. Oh, not quite. If he were to have tallied another elimination, knives would have been earned, but as Josh...
These 5-man gather, fast-paced executes, and they do not waste any time as xand, the tip of the spear, is going to get between the eyes of koalanoob. An instant 5 versus 4, with still a lot of time on the clock to play around with here. Seekers now out, and they're looking to go ahead and plunge forward. Oh, what a beautiful series.
Flash. Yeah, flash Nebula pulls it in. No worries there whatsoever. NiSMO's gonna have to check this by just flashing himself into the site, and oh my goodness, xander gets 2 up top. How have M80 pulled this back? artzin, Barton, both down low. Barrier orb placed. xander is on site, and he's split the offense into 2 pieces. Now it's just down to artzin for the 1v2. Gets the first, shots from the high ground, goes to the slow orb instead. It will land, but xander is going to be able to just stay here. Can artzin take the res? Tries to bait it out. xand is back in, and how about the play?
With koalanoob,
Oh,
and then
not again.
playing backside or back halls could be a problem. But oh no, BZN catches NiSMO. That's a rotator now gone. Now the pressure on Xander with his Viper Spit as the solo A defender. Snake bites Heaven, trying to buy time. Does so again. So he's stalling them nicely, but can they hold it off as this rotation comes through back halls?
Oh, the blast pack just takes Xander's aim a bit astray. Shorty out, but no, Barton beats him to the punch. 13 seconds on the clock, though. Hold a second. koalanoob takes down the spike carrier. 10 seconds on the clock. Someone's got to collect this implant. BZN tried to do just that, and it looks like he will stay safe enough to reset this into a 3v3. Heal out for eeiu. Gets koalanoob back to full health. Cosmic Divide is at the ready for M80, and they are going to play backside screens as a full three-man force. Xand to the corner. koalanoob, quite literally the tip of the spear, with all 5 knives at the ready. There's the Cosmic Divide. Flash comes through. Here's the check. No worries. First shots land. BZN changes the angle. Gets the immediate trade. 2v2. Barton trying to play through screen side, but it's BZN who finds the kills. It's
oh boy.
And the observing team is thinking the same thing. And oh, how about Zander? NiSMO comes to assist, but hold on a second. Trades across the map. Still make this manageable for 00NATION. Problem is, with that elimination, now the spike is all of a sudden in a very bad spot.
Indeed, it is not really a way for BZN to get back to it. He had Viper Spit as well, so if he could have somehow gotten spike, maybe you think he's got a chance, but not going to happen. He's just going to save it. Will be 5-6, still favoring 00NATION. And you're right. As far as M80 is concerned, defensively speaking, they normally get 7 or more rounds. We've seen them even get 8 against the guard in the playoffs of challengers. Yeah. So normally and they always start defense. You know, every time that they've played this side there with the Trailblazer, NiSMO trying the counter with the 0 point, but eventually Cosmic Divide pushes him back. But koalanoob hits a brilliant op shot, and he's got support on the site with him.
Cloud comes down. NiSMO did pop the null command, so no more utility could be used for the time being. koalanoob tallies his second. Up top, eeiu part of the play. Only getting 1 though. Go for the frenzy's out, and how about the duet? Yeah, koalanoob moving in. This would be essentially a 1v2 point of contact for him. First, wow, lots of damage, but doesn't get the kill. Xand is gonna play just below, and oh my goodness, he gets 1. Anything more? Sure, why not? Double for Xander trying to get back to the play, but the problem is they just do not have the numbers nor the health pool you'd think to continue forward. They have to take some miraculous shots as Xand gets back to full health, essentially.
Yeah, they're trying to stick together and pushing through as best they can on the side, but Xander is low HP. Spike is down. 00NATION have good positioning all across the map. It's going to take a miracle, as you said, and well, it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. Shion finding Xander, the low health target. johnqt though finds a couple, but he's just not the time.
Going quickly up the ropes, almost. Goodness.
Could maybe still catch a timing, but it's against a heavy defense. But a great pickup on Xand.
The anti-flash not working out for Xand. Artzin also in a little bit of trouble. koalanoob gets 2. Shion a part of the defense, though, as he gets to screens. Does trade it back to a 3v3, but the spike will be planted by NiSMO. Deep snake bite, not quite going to land as Xander is low, but trying to threaten through screens, and Shion will get his 3rd. Now to the 2v3 post-plant hold. Pistol only for BZN. Pay a lot of respect to koalanoob at that range with the Marshall in hand. And it looks like that will be the case. Barton getting to work, placing his final stars. NiSMO gonna be flash, but still keeping his life for now. Barton coming from the other side. Contact can be made as the swing is in. First shots are good, and Shion will get 4 of the 5 as 00NATION will survive with 3.
Shocking to even get a spike plant in that scenario. That was a thrifty for them, but a bonus. So a good chance that they can put this to 7-8, but hold the phone. Okay, never mind. koalanoob able to pick up on that. That was nearly dangerous.
But do they expect that Barton's here? Okay, well now they'll know. Vandal does collect 1 elimination though, so the 2v3 retake is on the way. Spectre trying to get it done for BZN, but put aside by eeiu. Now everyone, and then, well, their mom knows where BZN's position, or part of Barton's position. And it looks like at this point he says, nope, no chance here with the time remaining, and he'll back away to save.
Now gonna hold on to a Vandal. Has a good amount of credits as well. Maybe could drop someone if need be. Again, this was their bonus, so definitely can still get a full purchase in the next. Made that one fairly quick.
Look at the paint shells. Oh, so well played by Xand. Lots of chip damage coming through, but Xander still finds first blood. Shion stuck on site, and Xander gets a second. Goodness, how good has he been today so far? BZN trying to shut him down, but no one can stop Xander. 3 kills in the round. All of them go to the offensive Viper. And why not plant as well? Just Mr. Do It All this round.
I mean, we talked about it, Schiff. We prepared everyone. These rounds are going to get decided very often in the first, 15 to 20 seconds or so. Both these teams love to just play the run it down, fast-paced play style. But again, both these teams very good at their utility usage and their spacing. It's not, loose and sloppy. It is very refined.
Well,
very precise.
Here comes the 2v4. John, we're on the back though, shutting it down almost immediately. Barton, not much you can do here. Similar situation as last round, just not a lot of time and not a lot of chances. And well, he does at least again make it punishing, but ultimately M80 will tie us at 8.
They will, but I will say, like, as you were kind of noting there.
Yeah, huge round for M80 overall, as well as now all of a sudden, look at this from 00NATION. They realize the play is coming over towards A, but they try to be the proactive team. It works out for the first kill, but nothing more. So again, the trades favor M80. We go to a 4v3. Post plant looks pretty imminent, but 00NATION at least have regained control of A tower. Barton checking down low. No ults for this retake, but artzin does have a lot of utility. There's one away from a potential res if you can find a pick somewhere. Same could be said for M80. They have not committed the Viper's Pit. That's at the ready for this post-plant hold, trusting their numbers, and so far it's working out. 4v2 situation, and Xander again tallies up BZN and Barton. 00NATION will spend Seekers, and then a late guiding light, but Xander's already in position. They're going to clean up the Seekers. BZN committing forward, and he has split the offense into 2 pieces, but Xander playing close, shuts it down, and once again, 00NATION turn, tail, and run.
Yeah, they're out of there. They don't want nothing to do with that. And again, that's like the beauty of Xander is he's a guy that while playing a controller role, he can be right there in the pocket and be that trade fragger. When you're in a situation where you're not playing double dive with NiSMO on Raze, you need somebody to be able to go out there with koalanoob and help him find openings. Or when he does get the initial space, someone to be there to help him actually trade frag on the site. And Xander is one of those guys who is more than willing to do that in those tense moments. While eeiu might be kind of dogging or flashing you in, he's not always necessarily going to be able to be that second guy in the site.
Right.
Whereas a lot of times he would often be. But again, with NiSMO on KO, I think a little bit more pressure goes on some of the other guys to be the follow-up, and Xander's been able to do that as Viper a lot this half. I mean, think about how many entries he also has had on the other site throughout this half.
Absolutely.
He has been... While it might be Koala, like top fragging the board, I feel like Xander has had...
Though, for artzin to kind of hold his ground, and BZN is on the chase, just can't quite tally. Now over to artzin. Does have a weapon to play with, but once again, it's Xander for a walking double kill. koalanoob gets the trade, and with that, it's a 4v2 situation. Spike being planted. Shion trying to find an early challenge, but will not be allowed to, and johnqt 00NATION as the Viper's Pit will encapsulate the majority of mid.
Indeed, as we see M80 trying to once again make their poke at A. They have been very successful on these A plays, and koalanoob with this operator has been deadly. He finds another Xand, quick to respond, taking Xander down, who has been a critical piece of this attacking side for M80. That must be said, a weapon down early for both sides right now. Res comes out.
Oh, and they're finding the kills behind it. Oh my goodness, M80 just got baited into the play.
Angle here.
Oh, showstopper, does it find one? Yes, it does. eeiu can't quite sneak in towards sewers. Wow, huge opening first blood, plus a lot of dominant A control for 00NATION. Now it's just down to holding the numbers for this 5v4's koalanoob looks for a shot. How does he hit that? Oh my. Barely an elbow to see.
If he keeps that up, watch out. That's all I can say. That's the koalanoob that we knew we could see.
Oh no, dust. And now Xander in the corner.
What do you mean?
Off the reload, no, BZN responds. koalanoob on the hunt, and BZN shuts him down post-dash.
Oh man, trying to play off intuition. Thought he had a timing with that dash. He did not. BZN was prepared, but he's taking a lot of damage, and the spike is still able to make its way over to B. But I know exactly what you're thinking. Oh, but he comes back. NiSMO comes back for support.
Unreal.
What a read. What a read shift.
This round may be dictated by literally milliseconds across every single kill we've seen so far.
Yep.
BZN not out of it yet. 1v2 from the high ground, hits the first cleanly. Now to the 1v1 with NiSMO. Arguably the most clutch player on M80's team, if not in North America. Flashes himself forward, and what? Popping his way on over. May find the high ground play. How about this from Xand? johnqt in the corner. He's given up his position pretty convincingly. Now it's just down to Xander for a 1v4, but everyone's being decayed. And the time's becoming a bit of an issue. Xander in and out of the smoke. Gets into a corner, but artzin's able to find him, and 00NATION stay alive.
And just when you thought that M80 were gonna peel over.
It's gonna be a 2-2-1 retake for 00NATION. There will be johnqt playing inside.
Oh,
and
no.
He doesn't even find a first. Hold on a second. Spike does get planted. Seekers though earned. 00NATION coming quickly. And there's nowhere for M80 to go besides to hold their ground until Zander creates an opening back through dirt. Shion trying to flash their way back on. Zander not done, takes down BZN. Zander not done, and that will do it. As Zander creates an opening, or an exit if you will, finds 3 kills. And M80 will take map 1, 13 to... Barton in a little bit of trouble. Shots come through. Artzin trying to pinch, but no, not going to work out. First 3 kills all go the way of M80.
Oh boy.
Tap from Shion, nothing there. BZN, last one left, 1v5. Good luck, have fun.
Flawless.
But no, he's already been broken by the killjoy utility. John continued to push back, but Artzin does take down 1. Problem is that is not a collectible weapon, at least not immediately. And M80 are already diving their way on in towards A. Yes, you will be able to get 1 weapon and an opportunity to get a little bit of healing going on here, but this is going to be a tough post plan for M80 playing essentially on the defensive side of the map now.
It will indeed be interesting, but they're able to plant and they could play for A heaven, and so they could just basically watch main and just kind of play back that way. But they're actually playing on site. So this is
Yeah.
And I was gonna say koalanoob a little bit of trouble here, just playing on his own through the nebula, but there's the follow-up from M80 a little bit deeper, and okay. Approach as from the shadows will be used to get koalanoob back into the action. Seekers will be spent all the way through the connection, but johnqt gets the perfect prediction and timing on it. Killjoy turret will fall. johnqt will get to work setting up his own post-plant defense, and koalanoob has found one on rotation backside A. So now all of a sudden, what looked to be a really solid setup for 00NATION turns into a 2v4 retake, and there may not be even a chance to retake it all here. No, 00NATION's gonna back off.
Can't blame them. They're just not in position. Their credits are in a place where if they can save these weapons, they can still, you know, put a goodbye through into the next round. So makes perfect sense. Obviously, koalanoob is trying to hunt a little bit here, but not overextending too much. They want to keep their credits in a good place too. I mean, a couple of their guys are below 1,000 post-buy, so they don't want to feed away too much here. But all in all, still a great start for M80 going up 3-1. Yes, they lost the bonus, but they come right back on the first full buy and get the job done in a pretty convincing fashion. You know, really getting the most out of them to side, as well as some snake bites being thrown in.
And NiSMO just gets completely caught in the blender. There's nowhere to go. There's nanostorms, there's snake bites, there's pre-fire. And all of a sudden, M80 are a bit stuck on the outside, but BZN gives them a chance to get back into it. Shion also takes a bit of chip damage. And how about that? eeiu over the top, connects onto the head. So just what looked to be a very solid hold for 00NATION, they get caught over peaking, and now a spike plant will come in.
Yeah, you could tell that M80 were looking to fall back into B halls on the revolving door, but then koalanoob gets a frag, and they're like, wait a second. C might still be an option. And they get on in. Artzin on the flank, able to catch Zander, gets it into a 3 versus 3. But he's also very low on HP, and he can't regrow himself, so it's looking a little bit tough.
But he has stopped the post plant from playing on mound side. Will that make a difference, though? This bunker on site is super healthy. 3v2 situation. Xand is likely the one that has to do everything, and he only gets 1. Artzin on 5 HP. It would have to be just single taps of the heads, and once more, 00NATION say save the weapon, and not even gonna be able to do that.
Getting set up, but he has to shoot the haunt, and that's gonna tip M80 off, as NiSMO will find the frag, so that trap has been desprung? Is that a thing?
Has been made safe?
Deactivated would probably have been better. That probably would have been the safer call. Yeah.
Decommission, maybe? I don't know.
Casting's hard sometimes, you know?
True. A lot of words in the English language you could have used.
I didn't use the one I needed.
That's fine. You'll have more chances to get it back. First 2 kills good, though, for M80. Approach towards A. Defense trying to rotate over, but johnqt is going to stop a lot of that in his tracks. And what a read.
30 seconds left.
Perfectly timed as BZN tried to catch a little piece of daylight through B. Now it's just down to Xand. Yeah, you might as well give it a go. And NiSMO says not interested. It's quick.
Oh boy.
It's fast.
What?
What?
Huh?
That is some unbelievable help from Barton. I don't know if he got affected as well by that paranoia, but from our perspective, looked like that was going to be an M80 cruise-controlled opener. Not the case at all. It's actually the complete opposite. Is now eeiu's by himself in a 1v5. And, well, he's going to get a chance at a couple here as they push straight on into him. And, no, nothing.
Lockdown will do its job, pushing players off the side, allow the spike to make its way in. And there is eeiu.
Wow, good help from koalanoob backing up as well, because eeiu was in some pretty dire straits with those Seekers coming his direction. The follow-up fight on site, clean from M80, and once more, 00NATION will have to back down.
Yeah, I mean, what you're seeing right now and what makes M80 so good on the attacking side of this map is, while, again, they're known for being able to be very aggressive, just kind of gathering up and executing a site, one of the things they're really good at doing on this map, and as well as Haven, is to split pressure. Like, they're very good at feinting multiple areas at once and really making you second guess where their main focus really lies.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
And obviously they've dumped a lot of utility on C mountain control plenty of times, which is forced 00NATION to really respect that area of the map a heck of a lot more. And it's freeing them up to now to start pressuring other areas. Like that round, for example, we saw how quickly a Prowler and koalanoob shutting down the turret on B site really made 00NATION kind of second guess what was going on. It forced xand to burn his ult just to clear B halls. You know, come through, great counter flash.
artzin staying alive. Barton playing himself over and towards cross, but once more an exit has been provided. But BZN's flank shuts down the opportunity for a rotation. johnqt looking for timing, but gets caught on the mantle. And as the spike gets planted, now down to a 3v3. Lockdown gonna spent early, but koalanoob's in position to possibly counter it. It's to the 1v1 right here. Oh, but shion holds his ground. eeiu has to play into this. And shion's gonna change the angle up and completely cross him up. Well played by 00NATION. They'll get to 3.
Yeah, really well done from xand to catch johnqt trying to flank through B. That allows them to set the lockdown into play, and it forces M80 to play into.
It's down to 00NATION. How do you take this down? Do you counter with a Viper's Pit of your own? May not be able to. Xander's taking away some space. Artzin gonna get caught, or is he? Actually, the Trailblazer stuns for long enough, but NiSMO still keeps the contest very far forward. And yep, BZN will not be able to be a part of the play. He'll back away.
And that's M80 to 7. A little bit of exit frag.
Shion will stay concealed, trying to play a corner. Artzin will find one, but nothing more. M80 clean on the take. BZN, sheriff in hand, trying to come around the back of this play. May get a chance onto NiSMO. And no, NiSMO not
really a very solid squad. But they are beating M80 on their home map.
Oh,
and
no.
They are not getting past the welcome mat right now.
That is not good. Odin and long-range spam takes down xand for the first. And interestingly enough, BZN is going to get C mound control, but hasn't popped his Viper's Pit. So even though 00NATION have lost a member, they've got the outsides of the map controlled.
Yep.
The other thing to keep in mind is Shion's setup is not set for B, so he's just kind of playing by himself, and he has to keep his life as M80 start to pressure him back with smokes.
Yeah, I think he doesn't want to pop his pit because he wants to try to make sure he can use it for retake if he has to rotate it. But now the pressure is too much. He has to use it on Z site.
Yeah,
but,
that paranoia is so good, dude. Oh my goodness. What a prediction. Boy. Showstopper, paranoia combination works out, but artzin will deny the mound post plant, pending, of course, he could get this kill onto johnqt. 3v2 situation, flash over the top. Artzin checks his close corner. The flash does land. Hold on. Artzin has given themselves a chance. But this post-plant retake is coming in opposite directions.
One enemy remaining.
Contact bait. Artzin's going to get his third. Hold on. Now it's just down to koalanoob, who's going to go from the shadows, cancel it, trying to create some doubt. He gets the first. Off the reset. Barton up top. It's an Omen v Omen battle, and it's koalan. Survive with 77 health. But M80 have done more than enough to stop the initial threat through mid.
Indeed they have, and they have a nice little bait and switch set up here between eeiu and NiSMO up close on the wall, but it may not even be needed as NiSMO just keeps striking from range with this Guardian. Unwavering is NiSMO as he looks to try to get M80 across the finish line and through to tomorrow.
And Shion with the Guardian is still waiting for someone to flank. And that is not going to happen. So Barton would have to create an opening here at B. Win this 1v1. And then hope that there's a follow-up from Shion to try to clean up some of these defensive rotators. But it's a late commitment here from 00NATION. And the longer this takes, the more M80 are going to be pretty sure this is going to come over towards mid. And eeiu is waiting for them with the judge. Steps into the dark cover.
Nope.
10 seconds on the clock. And they're not going to go for it.
No, they're not. I mean, I guess, yeah. Save Guardian, save Spectre, and just keep force buying and hope that she can make something happen, I guess.
towards Seaside. Paint Shells, Paranoia. M80 looking to challenge this, even trade so far. Although the health tallies will favor, at least initially, that of M80 in the 4v4, but plenty of overgrowth healing to come. koalanoob will say, thank you very much for the Vandal.
Indeed he will. Sure, he's quite happy about that. In the meantime, Shion is making a little bit of progress on the A side of the map by himself, though certainly there's some Killjoy utility there.
Oh, yeah.
To handle him if he decides to make any type of commitment.
And you've got follow-up snake bites that could also delay that even further.
Certainly a lot there.
Yep.
They're kind of just leaving B open and just having the turret kind of watch the cross from the main. Other than that, they're just doubling up on C and doubling up on A, and not a bad call.
Well, the door opening does queue out the defensive prowler. It doesn't see anything. So lots of noise being created, but the problem is, again, it's eeiu with the judge in kill range, or is he? Only gets the chunk of one, but koalanoob goes completely unchecked. Finds the first. Dark cover goes out, but no. Overwhelmed, and in the same breath, Shion did find one rotating away from A. So now it's just down to Xander with a stinger. 1v3 tries to get there to stop the exit from the spike plant. Will not be there in time. Some key damage tallied, but ultimately it's still a very difficult 1v3. But pause. Lots of low health pools. Oh! Trailblazer in. M80 feeling the pressure as the Trailblazer does confirm under one showstopper. The first thing out, Xand will connect, and oh, the follow-up flash is so good. Xand will get two. BZN lurking through mid also follows up clean so far for 00NATION as they will confirm the plan.
Didn't even have to use the lockdown either, so they're gonna be able to hold on to that for the next round.
One enemy remaining.
And so 00NATION slowly but surely starting to check the boxes off that long list of things that are required to get back into this game. Round by round, they're starting to find their footing, and that's getting a little bit scary for M80. Though, again, there's still quite a lot of breathing room in that round. They weren't able to full buy, so I'm sure they're not breaking a sweat just yet. But a 00NATION can kind of...
Damages talent, softening up this offensive hit just a touch. Artzin not able to free heal himself, obviously. Double Guardian, and then full rifle set up a BZN. Just takes an aggressive step forward, and it catches M80 off guard. So now the spike is down. The playthrough waterfall also finding some legs here for 00NATION. Now M80 had to back off, and they're not going to be able to commit for anything further.
I love that 00NATION took the extra step there into back halls and didn't just rest on being able to plan on site thanks to the lockdown. They wanted more. They knew that holding off a 5-on-5 retake with no further ults available was potentially going to be tough, especially because they didn't really have anyone watching the C mound flanks. They needed to find something else, some additional space to give them that added comfort, and they layered their utilities so perfectly to attack into the back halls. Beautiful flash from artzin, beautiful snakebite follow-up from BCN.
Oh yeah.
To just control that back hall space for so long, and now M80 are struggling to save these weapons. They're getting hunted.
Will earn the Viper's Pit and then immediately use it. Oh, great paint shells, though. Oh my goodness, that is unbelievable from M80. Now, all of a sudden, NiSMO's got a showstopper. Uses that to clear out door side. Doesn't feel good about his context, so we'll throw out the boombot just in case. Now the defensive lockdown comes into play. And now, for 00NATION, you need to make a bit of a decision. Nanoswarm does go down, so Shion can try to contest this as the lockdown does get destroyed. M80 trying to posture forward, but no. Not quite able to do anything, and look at the cleanup from 00NATION. Spam shots through the poison cloud are perfect. And johnqt, who thought that there was a lifeline to possibly work their way back into this round, we'll see it go the other way.
Here.
Yeah, looked all right there for a moment. M80 shuts down the...
Down to too much, but ultimately, Barton's going to have to still commit for an early plant, and this will be a 3v5 post plant. Never mind, make it a 2v5 post plant. Which means that someone's going to have to go God mode. Barton playing one side, BZN the other. Neither will find kills, and M80 get to now 12.
I mean, they ran to the brick wall. I mean, that's all you could really say. M80 just made the perfect gamble by having koalanoob trusted the hold A solo with the operator.
So now that fuse starts to extinguish just a touch. Where do you send this? And he's going to go over towards the innards of the spike itself. Does not land. Paranoia out. Xander getting the first. NiSMO still sticking. NiSMO still sticking. Doesn't make a difference. He's got plenty of help around him, and that will do it. M80 will take it in a 2-0 form. I mean, you got to give a lot of credit, though, I think, first and foremost, to 00NATION. They will be eliminated here, but boy, did they put up a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I know at times he looked a little bit rattled in this.